Hello again and welcome back to the show floor at Gamescom Cologne 2015. We are live from the Elite Dangerous booth at the show floor, and again, it is very warm.
Very warm.
So many people, it's very loud. I think people are already starting to gather for the raffle, the prize giveaway that we're doing at the end of the day, which is going to be amazing. The prizes that they've got to win are absolutely incredible. I'm sorry you can't win them at home, but they are really, really good. Prizes you can win at home, though, of course. We're doing some trivia questions at the end of each section. The last section, I asked how many people were in attendance at last year's Gamescom. The answer I was looking for was 335,000 people, approximately. And I think this year is even more, to give you a crazy example of how it feels here.
Wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing. But so that was the answer to that question. And the person who won it is, we picked at random, is Stan P with @W3RK on Twitter. So congratulations, you've got yourself an exclusive Gamescom paint job, which is absolutely amazing because only the people here at the show can actually get that. But now you've got one coming straight to you at home. So there you go. Another thing I did as well, is another thing where you can sort of get involved at home, is by answering the question which I've been saying throughout the day. And at the end of the day, we're going to pick one from random out of that bunch. And the question is, who would you take as your Elite Dangerous wingman? Which celebrity? And why would you take them? With the hashtag EDGC15. So we're still accepting entries for that. But we do have some examples of some people again, because I did enjoy doing those last time. So I'm going to indulge myself, and I'm going to do it again. So basically, Steve Dobbo Dobson, he said he would take Patrick Moore, because he was the principal person who got him interested in space for the first time.
Fair
I think that's a really nice one. Then we have Shadow25B on Twitter. He says he would take the late Leonard Nimoy, which I think was is enough said.
Yes.
You don't need to tell me why.
No.
Because that would be amazing.
Just that, dope.
Atomic7431 says he would take David Braben because he knows everything there is to know about the Elite Dangerous Galaxy, so it would probably help him do well. Alien said he would take Scotty. Sorry, Alien said she would take Scotty, so Scotty could shout, She can't do it, Captain. She can't do it. I can't do it. That's my best Scottish accent.
I can't do it, Captain. I just don't have the power.
Yeah, very good. Yes, excellent. So that could happen. And finally, I want to read this one because I like this one. Mindwipe said he would take Rowdy Roddy Piper because we could both chew bubblegum and kick ass, and we both run out of bubblegum. And I thought it was a lovely, fitting tribute to Roddy Piper, who passed away recently. So
yes, indeed.
So back to today's stream. That was my paper ruffling, like a newsreader. So we're going to go into some details right now.
Yes.
About Elite Dangerous. Part of what this is here is bringing people in. Somebody just walked past in the Strangers cosplay. Anyway, so it's very distracting with all these people behind. So what we thought we would do is bring Gamescom to the people at home. I keep repeating this, but part of that is to teach new players things, but also to teach some old players, not old players, but people who've played or experienced with the game. They will come to us and they'll say, oh, I've got this question about this, this, and this, and this, and this. And we have to rattle off these answers to them, and it's a real pleasure to teach people new things. We have ourselves an expert player here in Gareth Academy, one of our ambassadors who's kindly agreed to come up today. He's going to teach us a few things. So where are we right now? If you want to bring up that gameplay on the footage on the screen.
Well, we are actually in my own ship here, and I'm equipped with a fixed beam laser and a gimbaled cannon, but I've fallen out with a fixed beam laser, so I've been trying to track down the gimbaled one. Hopefully, this station here will have one for me.
Okay, so you've been searching for weapons for quite some time, because weapons are obviously, like, your loadout is incredibly important.
Indeed, and you've got to have the right tools for the job.
Yeah, so I think if you get in there and land, I mean, so this is nice because for the basic players, they're going to see a perfect landing. You're not going to make watch me
prang it now. Eh?
So as you're landing in, again, we can talk about the loadouts that you're going to go through. You're going to boost through the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you request the docking.
Docking request granted.
So any tweets as well about the stream, make sure you use the hashtag EDGC15.
Make sure you request docking outside of, I think it's about 3.5 kilometers. Otherwise, they won't let you in.
Look at that, speeding through that docking there.
Yeah.
That's an experienced man, a man who knows about landing a ship. Make sure you put your landing gear down. Look at this. See, I'd be so slow approaching now, and you're just steaming ahead. Also, you let people know what ship are you flying there?
Sorry. Vulture.
Docking successful.
Seamless.
That's
Round of
the
applause.
Vulture gunship, and quite frankly, it's lovely. It's really manoeuvrable, really tough. As I said before, it's a pair of guns with an engine and shield generator strapped to it.
So you say it's one of your favourite
brilliant.
ships?
Oh, indeed, it is my favourite ship so far.
So, okay, cool. That's really good.
So, now, of course, I need to check if they've got what I want in stock. So to do that, I've got to go into the hangar and then into the outfitting screen.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
So what people are seeing here is, it's all part of the experience. It's a simulation experience. You are in the spaceship, so you are going to take your time. There are no loading screens. You've got to be taken down into that hangar.
Indeed.
And it's
So
part
now
of what's so awesome about it, how dense it is, and so, you know.
So now we're docked down in the hangar. So we open up the station services, and on here we've got munitions to.
So the first thing that I always do is refuel straight away.
But I will do for just to appease
So
Ed.
just to keep me happy.
Yeah. Now, of course, there's repairs. There's bulletin board where you can pick up missions if you want, but I'm not really fancying doing the missions at the moment. And a little further down, you see the contacts, and that's where you can put in for your bounties. You can claim your bounties, any combat bonds. Say if you've been playing the mercenary in a war, you can.
So let's jump straight into. Are you paying off all your bounties? Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Money,
claiming,
Mr. Money
claiming
bags,
them. So that's $7 grand in my
9
pocket.
million credits. You're sitting on 9 million credits.
Yeah,
Just cash.
It's enough to get by.
So here we are.
Here we are.
This is the outfitting. So you can customize your ships. I always sort of akin it to like a video game like Gran Turismo, but with spaceships, which makes it way cooler.
Yeah.
No offense to Gran Turismo, which is great.
Well, with this, of course, all your ships have got your weapon hard points. There's your utility mounts where you can fit little things like here. Where are we?
So what exactly does the kill warrant scanner do for you? You've got that on there already.
Yes.
What is that? And what are the different? So if you can, do they have more of those you can buy now and show us?
Yeah, I can go into that. So the kill warrant scanner. What that does is you can use it on a vessel that you've got locked onto, and you can scan it, and it will log into the bounty database in the galaxy and see if that ship has any outstanding bounties set anywhere else in human space.
Yeah.
And of course, you can kill them and then claim that bounty. But you have to be careful, because if they don't have a bounty in the system you are in, it counts as you as the aggressor, and you will be wanted in that system.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that seems fine, I think. So, yeah, the way that I play this game is I don't get very far without putting a bounty on my
If
head.
they're clean first, you're going to come off
We've
as the
already
bad guy.
discussed chaff launchers.
Yes, indeed.
Well, earlier on, but what do the different ratings do for, like, so if a higher rated, okay, so talk me through the ratings. I'm sorry to skip around here.
It's all right.
That FD, what does that mean for people who don't know or think they know, but what's the sort of the exact...
On
the
which
rating,
one, sorry?
The rating number, the higher the letter?
Oh, the rating, the F, the D. It's kind of a grading system, and each has their own pros and cons. They may weigh less, but because of the lighter materials, they're not putting out as much power or maybe have as much ammo or something like that. Maybe they use less power, and therefore they don't have enough juice to put in, therefore less effective. Yeah. Or say, like in the case of the kill warrant scanner, it's a reduced range. And the same with the cargo and the frame shift weight scanner, which here, these two. Cargo scanner you can use to scan the hold, so you can actually work as a unofficial customs official at a station. Okay. And you can scan people coming in. And
if they have some contraband aboard,
indeed,
you get permission to then take them down.
Yes, and you claim the bounty for that.
Wow, okay. But you would also need a frame shift drive, frame shift interdictor, right?
Yes, that's if they were to hyperspace out and go to another system.
And you're able to chase them out and pull them out.
So they leave a little cloud behind.
In terms of ratings, because we're trying to get sort of nice and deep into these mechanics here. In terms of ratings, what does a higher rated frame shift, interdictor do? Have we got one on there?
Interdictor, yes. I've actually got a frame shift interdictor. Let me just back out there. On internal, here we are. So here we've got armor, power plant thrusters, frame shift drive, life support, power distributor, sensors, fuel tank, shield generator.
So you're pretty kitted out as well. People can see here sort of the sorts of things you've got. But
I'm balancing that fine line between having power output and just really squeezing out as much juice as you can from your power plant.
Okay. So sometimes I will be out flying and things like that, and I'll notice that I will deploy my weapons, and suddenly everything will just turn off.
Yeah. That's because you're squeezing your power plant too hard.
Okay. So how do I make sure that I'm not doing that?
Right.
A glance on this screen.
Yeah. If you look on the bottom right-hand corner, you can see there. If you look on the top line, yes, indeed.
Sorry, I got it.
So there, you have retracted and deployed. Retracted is when you've got your guns tucked away. Deployed is when you've got your guns out. Now, and if you look further right, you've got the available, which is the general, how much output your power plant has.
Right.
Now, on the deployed, obviously, if I left everything switched on, I would overcook and run out of juice. And so I have to set priorities so that when I get my guns out, some things I don't need, like my frame shift jump drive and other things, will switch off.
Okay,
but
cool.
I'll go into that.
So right now, you are kitting yourself out to go shooting and fighting things, right?
I mean, the reason I came here in the first place was to swap out this burst laser, which I was trying instead of the fixed beam laser. And
so what does little symbols mean on there as well, like the different, like you've got that.
Right,
the symbols.
so the little symbol here with the targeting crosshair means that it's fixed, and that's for you to aim.
Yeah.
Gimbal, like this, is where it has a roughly 45-degree area around the middle of your screen, where it will shoot and aim for you, but is prone to shaft disruption.
Cool.
And then if we move further down, there we are. See, here, there. It looks like a little.
For?
Yeah, it's like a little. That is the turret, which is pretty much, if it's got line of sight on an enemy, it can shoot it.
It will automatically follow that person and fire for you, essentially.
Indeed. Right, so...
But the different ships have different hard points and different sizes and things like that. So you can sort things by the rating. So you're looking for a rating high as in A rather than E.
I'm actually more looking at the class.
Okay.
Because the Vulture can hold class 3 hard points on the weapons, which are the large scale.
Okay, so different ships can hold the different classes.
Yes,
is that right?
different hard points. So you've got your class 1 hard point, class 2, class 3, and there's also class 4 on a few ships.
Yes.
And of course, class 4 can hold any of the below.
Yeah. Just to be completely clear, I do know all of this. Honestly, I'm just playing the fool for Gareth's benefit. No, but sorry, carry on. So let's buy. Sorry, carry on. Let's buy these weapons.
All right, right.
Let's
so
get out there, do some traveling. We can show people the
there
galaxy map as well, and maybe a bit about power play perhaps.
Now, if we look, it's
that's going over your.
There we are. Now it's putting away. It's gone up a little bit more, but all being well.
I love those animations.
I know, it's great. That's the thing, when you get your guns out, it takes this long for them to be armed and ready.
Yeah. So you actually can see the preview of how long your guns are going to take to deploy.
Right, so now, also if you come back into your hangar, my shields are still on, which means I will have enough juice. Because if not, my shields will be offline, because I'd have overcooked my power plant, and nothing would have been working, and they'd have to recharge again.
Sure.
So
what are we doing now? Where are we going?
What we will do, we'll find a system with a belt, I think I'll go into and start shooting some stuff. So
explain to people as well who might not know that much about what we're looking at right now. What exactly are we seeing here?
Right. On this map here, I've got it set up so I can see all the different economies for all the trading and all that malarkey. You see on the left here is extraction, then there's refinery, industrial, agricultural, terraforming, high-tech, service, tourism, and military. And they're all the different economies. And you can take goods from one to another where they're in high supply to high demand and make profit.
So trading is a huge part, I mean, it was a huge part of the original elite back in 1984.
Yes,
and it still is a huge part of now.
It is.
I think people make most of their money through trading.
It's a fantastic money maker. If you can find that one sweet trade route where you can make like a grand per ton profit.
Okay. So how would you do something like that? So I've had this explained to me before, but I've never been much of a trader myself. I'm more of an explorer. I like to go out there and I bought myself an advanced discovery scanner, which again, the mechanics are so widespreading in this game. We could talk probably for an hour easily on each mechanic in detail. So we're trying to give you a bit of an overview. But so how would somebody go about making sure that finding that right trade route, that sweet spot you're talking about?
Well, you've got to look at the trade goods that are available. So if I go back to the Starport services, go to the commodities market down here, and with that you can see what there is available in here. So I am at a high-tech and refinery economy. And with that, it produces like consumer technology.
Yep.
They're very readily available, but only medium, so it means that they're using quite a bit. Oh no, that's demand. Sorry.
So at a glance, you look at the screen, you find out what is in demand.
So you look here, supply. You're looking for high supply.
Oh, okay.
So let me find something here, like basic medicines or agri-meds.
Yeah.
Agri-meds is a pretty good starter as well, because they're quite cheap.
Yep.
Less than £1 each, but they are worth, on the average, so you're looking at a good 400 credit per ton profit.
Okay,
there.
so that's like
that's a good starter.
So it's just you look at the commodities board, and then you would go to the galaxy map, and you would find.
So agri-meds, and if you look on the right here, it says produced by high-tech, consumed by agricultural.
So you would find an agricultural station on the galaxy map.
So you can go to the galaxy map,
right,
and then look for agricultural. So what you can do is just close all them.
Awesome.
And there we go. There's all the local agricultural worlds.
So you would then be able to click on that and go to one of those places.
So you can choose one and go to. But I'm not going to be doing that.
No. Yes, let's not do that right now. So you want to get into a fight. That's what we want. That's what we should do.
Indeed. So now we're looking for a resource extraction site, and they tend to be found in like extraction or refinery worlds. So we can have a look at GART. Let's see what's going on there. We can have a look.
So you're loading up the system map.
There we
here.
go. Open.
That is ridiculous.
This is the local system map. That's going to take some traveling.
I've never seen anything quite looking like that before. That's a triple. Is that 4 stars?
No. It's 3 stars. You've got
and then
2 main sequence, a red dwarf, and there's a planet, big gas giant floating about in the middle there.
So you can go and sort of obviously explore these stars. If nobody's explored it before, like we said, you can actually get a first explored by rating on there.
Yes. So now we can have a look at this one. And now we've got some belts, so there'll be miners. Miners there, and miners do need protecting.
We've got a good 10 minutes to make it there and kill something. That's your
okay,
challenge.
let's go. So, right.
So we can talk a little bit about your the way that you travel as well whilst doing it, and just make this, because I think everybody who's played Elite Dangerous can work out how to do the basics of travel, but sometimes some of those mechanics just behind the scenes are maybe not quite as upfront about how to get out gravity wells properly and make sure that you're not being slowed down by the gravitational pull of stars.
And so you don't overshoot as well.
So you don't overshoot. When you're trying to allow Supercruise when you're landing.
Right, let's get out of here, Sharpish.
Gareth is now leaving the station, so we'll watch him do that. While we do that, I'll remind everybody to use the hashtag EDGC15 if you're watching. If you're tweeting about it. And also, I want you to tell me who you would take as your wingman into the Elite Dangerous Galaxy and why. Use the hashtag EDGC15, and at the end of the streams, in about an hour and a half's time, we're going to be picking a winner from all the people who have told us who they choose as a wingman, and that person will get to name a planet in the Elite Dangerous universe, which I think is pretty cool. So you're charging up your frameshift drive here?
Yep, we're going to jump to HIP 29444. Catchy name.
Very catchily named.
Indeed.
Hopefully your name, if you were to name a planet, would be slightly better than HIP 29444. But if not, hey.
I love this. It's gorgeous.
So here you're traveling through hyperspace, of course,
Indeed.
and remember this is a live build as well, so hopefully we won't have any problems loading up.
Yeah, but I'm not an open player.
There it is. So you appear, I think, like I said before, a lot of people when they first do that get surprised when they appear out by that star.
Like,
so I hear what you're doing here, that fuel scooping.
Yeah, bit of fuel. So we've got fuel scoop. I've got a fuel scoop fitted on my ship, and with that, instead of having to go to a station to refuel, you can actually approach certain types of stars and actually suck the helium out from the corona of the star.
Surely, of course, your heat is increasing there, as you can see on the left-hand side.
Right in the middle there, it's and also to the left of the radar, you've got your heat meter. So it's just trying to strike that balance. You can either go in hard, you get in extremely fast rate of fuel, but you also start to cook, or you can pull out a little, and with that,
So
you cool off a bit and
yeah.
not so much
See, you're
fuel.
getting a 77% health.
So,
Fuel station
So is-
engaged.
you're going to lock onto that?
we're going to go for the planet. And
So you're using your compass at the left-hand side of your map to make sure you're heading in the
indeed,
right
yes.
direction?
So if it's a solid blue dot, it means it's in front of you. And if it's square in the middle, then yeah, it's right in front of you. If it's a circle, then it's behind you. And with that, you can orientate yourself towards in the direction you want to go.
So I see that you're not really heading. What I would usually do when I jump in, like probably incorrectly, is just stare straight at it and just dive towards it.
Well, you could, yeah, you do that at first. I'm just in the habit of going slightly off center.
Yeah.
And
So
as
is
you
it-
approach, what you've got to watch for, and you'll see, is some blue lines start cropping up, especially around gas giants.
Yeah.
And that signifies the gravity well. And you can use that as slingshot if you want to get somewhere quicker beyond that.
Okay.
However, if you're wanting to get somewhere in that, you've got to, I find best to, you know the coin, you know those coin things where you put it in, it goes round and round and round and round and round into the middle? You
I
pretty
enjoyed
much do
those
that.
once or twice as a child.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
So basically, you do something similar to that.
Yeah. So
Now-
at the moment, of course, this is like the traveling aspect of it. But like we
Yes.
said, it is a simulation game, so you do have lots of this types
Yeah.
of things. But again, you can check out all. I mean, look at the detail that all this stuff goes into.
Yeah. Now, as you can see here, because of this line in between them, it means that these two are orbiting each other. They are a binary pair. So
Okay.
now, here we are. So not only do I have one gravity well to be careful of, I've got two.
Yeah.
So I need to throttle back a bit. In fact, I've overcooked that a little. Let's see if we can bring it back.
All right.
Here we go. Right.
This is fairly impressive. So you're going to be.
Okay, I'm going to just bleed off some of my speed. Mind that gravity well. And there we go. Okay. So
So where are you heading to now?
I want to head to somewhere in that ring there. Get close enough. And let's see
What I think
what's
about
here.
this.
Whoops. This place doesn't seem to have any. Let's go.
There you go.
No, that one. That's the one we want. It turns out we're actually looking at the wrong planet. Oops.
Okay.
So we
there
want to
it
be
is.
over there. That's where we want to be.
But once you're there, the sorts of things you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking on sort of pirates and things like that who are hunting down miners.
See who's there, really. And
Yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
be hunting the miners.
Because
I want to stay clean. I'm in the good graces of Arissa Lavigny Duval, so I'd rather stay there.
So that what you just mentioned there is, of course, about power play. And I
Indeed.
don't think we'll quite get the time to discuss power play in too much detail. But power
Right.
play is another element of Elite Dangerous that you can choose or to take part in or not, where you
Yes.
pledge your allegiance to a power, and you'll get benefits if you help that power out. You'll be able to, you can see on the map where their spheres of influence are, and you can help them grow and spread their spheres of influence. And actually we're bringing in a mechanic as well with groups in which like actual real players can add their factions in, and they can become powers eventually. We're going to be talking about that in much more detail soon. But so what are you doing here? I didn't quite catch.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, the blue rings around the planet, that signifies the gravity well. And of course,
Right.
if you're going straight into it, you're going to end up just falling down the hole. So I find, if you look to the left and right, you can see these lines. And if you keep the outermost blue ring just on the outside of the innermost of those lines, then quite often you will just skirt around the gravity well.
Is this something that you've just worked out on your own, or have you where have you found this information
Yeah,
from?
I kind of figured it out. I tried it because I kept overshooting. I thought, right, well, maybe that's the gravity well.
This
I'll
is
give
one
it
of
a
my
go.
favourite things here now, because it's telling you to slow down, but you are slowing down. I mean, you slow down finally now. But when this seamless sort of, where you see the actual
as we close
asteroid start to form, because that belt is really an asteroid belt.
Honey, I'm home.
was that a mistake?
Nah, never a mistake.
Never a mistake. All right. So we're quite far out from the extraction site here. That's going to take you 4 minutes to get over there. So if you were to have made it into the right place...
What I can do...
Oh, you're just heading straight into it.
I'm just going to hop it.
So that's how you would rectify that situation.
Yeah, you
just aim up
could
again,
do that, yeah.
Get straight back into Supercruise, close that gap.
If you wanted, you could go just gently weave through the asteroids, through the rocks.
I think
There we go, we're a bit closer now.
We have different controls. I think that's what's happened here for you. But now that you're in this resource extraction site, you can have loads of people who are perhaps mining and bounty hunting and things like that. So you'll start to see contacts appear on your radar, and you can just take those guys down.
Should do, yes.
I do think that we're actually we're approaching the half-an-hour mark, so you may not get there in time. To sort this out.
I'm really, really burning the boost. The thing is, with the setup I've got at the moment, I can pretty much continuously boost.
It's fine. These things happen, Gareth. You can't be perfect all the time.
I try.
Capacity exceeded.
So you've got this modules disabled. Is that happening automatically for you?
That's. I've got it set so that it will automatically switch off some modules.
That's really
just
cool.
so that I can eke out some more juice so that I can keep everything I need for combat running. And then when I put the guns away again, it will switch everything back on.
So you're going to use your scanner there to get this Type 6 transport and see what's going on. He's clean, so you're probably not going to want to take him down.
No.
Unless you fancy getting a bounty on your head, which you can't do.
Not really, no.
And as well, in the actual, because I don't think you're playing in open mode because we have internet restrictions here, but if you were playing in open mode, this person could be another real player in the galaxy, right?
Indeed, yeah. And you can actually tell the difference on your scanner between the two. The solid contact that you can see there, it signifies an NPC. If you see a hollow contact, that is another person somewhere in the world in the same instance as you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Gareth, for giving us so much previews and showing us all about that.
Coming into Gravity, that's
not something that I've ever seen, I've ever got my head around before. So it's actually really handy to have that information. Guys, again, we are going to be calling it for now. I think we're going to come back in about half an hour's time with Eddie Simons as well. We're going to show some more CQC action from the tables, have a chat with Eddie, the producer, about his work that he's doing on Elite Dangerous Horizons, which is super cool. So make sure you turn back in half an hour. Before I go, you may have heard us talking before, but I have one more trivia question for you. And then after the break, whoever has tweeted the answer to that with the hashtag EDGC15, they will win a Gamescom exclusive paint job. This question this time is, how many stars do we have in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy? It's a big number. We talk about it quite a lot. What is that number? How many stars are in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy? So thanks, guys. We'll see you after the break. Have a good time.